Well, hey folks, Joe Karson here, and well, you know me, I've always got plenty of stuff on my chest that I want to share with you folks, but you know, it's Christmas, and I thought maybe today I would just give you what I hope you will think of as a gift and just share one of my short stories with you. And don't worry, it's a very short story. And of course, I certainly do not want to be accused of contributing to the crass commercialism of this season, but I can't help mentioning that, well, this story is part of a collection that is included with some new ebooks of mine, which are available by simply going to my name. That's Joe Karson, JoeKarson.com. And I should mention that these books, amazingly, are available for simply the price of one of these at your local tavern. This story is called Work, and I would especially like to dedicate this to the artists of all kinds who are a lot of my friends. Go ahead, Tony. Take my table. I've been doing pretty good tonight. No way, says Tony. You think I didn't see those spots? Oh, damn. Okay, it's profiling, but Dalmatians are loud and ill-mannered, always. And lousy tippers, almost as bad as dachshunds. They're the worst. Tony shakes his head. Looks like she's got an attitude, too. Hey, you come in here expecting bad service, that's what you're going to get. The public just can't seem to understand that. Why should I knock myself out when the customer is just going to complain about everything anyway? Cut your losses and move on. That's my motto. I'm not doing a tap dance for some token $5 tip when the maitre d' has a golden retriever straining on the leash. I've only been at Welcome Wagon. We must wiggle a finger at our customers whenever we mention that name for 6 months, but I know the ropes. Since there are currently just 2 dog restaurants in the world, this one here in New York and another in Tokyo, I'm a genuine expert at serving dogs. I suppose there is no need to bother telling you that I am also an aspiring artist. Is there any other breed of humanity that ends up waiting tables in a canine cafe? There seems to be a rule requiring a person to undergo a period of humiliation before emerging as a successful artist. If there is any justice in this world, I should be the next Picasso. The owner of Welcome Wagon is Miss Margaret. That is the only name we know her by. She is a stately, middle-aged woman who seems to have stepped right out of some Victorian novel. The prim and lacy spinster aunt. I suspect that her Oxford accent is an affectation, but this makes little difference since her conversation is reserved almost exclusively for dogs. I'm sure they don't care. Not as long as they get their liver pâtés and filet mignons. I have suggested to Miss Margaret that I use my talents as a draftsman to draw caricatures of our regular customers. We could hang the pictures on the wall like they do in people restaurants throughout the city. Most of the dog owners, master handlers are actually words that Miss Margaret forbids us to use. Most of the dog owners who come here are wealthy. So besides being fun, this little project might provide me with contacts useful to my art career. Miss Margaret hates the idea. She will not have her establishment associated with the bistros and delis that cater to degenerate showbiz types, tourists, and other riffraff. I suppose she's right. One thing tends to lead to another. And before long, we'd have huskies and bird dogs in here sniffing butts with poodles and Pomeranians. There you go, John. Tony is shaking his head again. Yeah, I heard the accent. I've seen this pair before. The owner, bite my tongue, could be the villain in a grade B Nazi flick. All he needs is a monocle and a riding crop. His wiener dog will probably have me running for the pooper scooper before I can even bring them a menu, just to show me who's boss. The last time they were here, they sent back the schnitzel 3 times. When I suggested crepe Suzettes for their dessert, I nearly got my hand and my head bitten off. Something wrong with German chocolate cake or a nice strudel, eh? It looks like it's going to be one of those nights. Martha and I wolf down our morning coffee and bagels. We are both anxious to get to work. Our real work. How'd it go last night at the Beagle Beanery, asks Martha. A rough one. Dalmatians and dachshunds. They run you ragged and you can't beat a decent tip out of them. Yeah, me too. Must have been a full moon or something. Pedophiles, pee-freaks, B&Ds. A few that haven't even been classified yet. Martha enjoys her phone sex gig about as much as I enjoy being a doggy waiter. But with the 2 incomes, we can afford this nice, spacious loft. Soon we'll both be lost in our work. We'll forget for a while what's facing us tonight. I pick up my coffee and head for the easel. Martha sits down at her potter's wheel. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and hope you enjoy the rest of your holiday season too. Merry Christmas.